friend, he did a lot of work in Bad River, Angelo Lupino, his construction company is actually doing the renovations to the co-op food expansion. I thought, well, that's an Iron County, yeah, that's kind of ironic. Huh, wow, interesting, you know. But the food co-op expanding and a commitment to get 20% of their food locally. You got MMC making the same type of commitment for their food services. Northam College following suit. You know, Scott Griffiths and some of the others that are looking at the food system matrix in that Ashland County, Bayfield Peninsula there, they're understanding that they don't have enough farmers producing local goods. And when you think about supply and demand, and if we have to throw our lines into capitalism and that kind of thing, all of a sudden there's a demand. There's a demand that's not being met, and there's entrepreneurial opportunities for people that want to do farming and want to get into that business of growing and developing food resources. You know, that's when I think about, and you guys can probably picture this, when you think about the Black Cat in that street where the co-op's expanding, I can still remember when I was a kid, that was the Black Cat bar, right? Tavern. And that street was like this little gray dead street with that kind of old musty smelling bar sitting there. Nothing happening. And you contrast that to Black Cat, bread shop, the co-op expansion, the Saturday morning farmers market in the middle of that street, and you look at that from a dollars and cents perspective and money. That's an absolute revolution right there that's taking place. And it hasn't taken place on the backs of Caterpillar and bulldozers and ammonium nitrate exploding headwaters. It's taken place on this gentle kind of wave of food production and good, local, healthy food production. That is something worth thinking about, for all of our little places, because when you drive 169 from a food economy perspective, there's tons of farms there. I mean, the Odaveros are right up the road, but up 169, Kretschmars and all these other farms, I think about, well, I wonder what that means from a groundwater perspective. When the mining companies right now surveying locals about their wells and things like that, when you think about a particulate plume from the eventual monstrosity that would be there and all of that activity, all that dust and sediment, let's say mineral asbestos particles and stuff like that. What happens when that stuff's settling on all that? What I see as being just a little green farming belt there, And what if that mine wasn't there, and we could just send our thoughts into possibilities of what that farm belt might be, from old sorrel and his potatoes to Kretschmars to Odaveros to all of that. What if we didn't have to worry about mining? We could do nothing for the rest of this meeting, but just brainstorm food economy, food systems development possibilities for this area, right? That stuff is the again, that unspoken, untalked about type of, well, there's probably a multitude of approaches that aren't talked about right now, and that, the mining company and some of the folks in Iron County don't want us to talk about. I mentioned that at one time, and I thought Leslie Polisar was going to, faint or something. She was very angry talking about farming and stuff as something that was worth investing in and worth thinking about in terms of commerce and jobs. But getting back, I think Black Cat and that street right there, it is an example of just a gentle revolution that has really revitalized that particular section of Ashland and has grown to be something, again, that contributes to a really high quality of life. The Madison, I'll pay for this because I got lots of friends from Madison, but the Madison hipsters shouldn't be the only ones that have an awesome farmers market around the capital area, That kind of stuff is happening locally, and I think there's a lot of initiatives actually in Iron County that a lot of county board members and a lot of other higher-ups are doing their best to ignore, even though it's up front and center in their face, the food pantry and a lot of those growing initiatives. So just as an example, that's just that food systems development, that local living economy, as an example, is something that's possible there. And there's a lot of good stuff that can come out of that. But yeah, so I think that